Welcome to episode 2 of The Scoop with the River Realty team. Today we're talking about variable versus fixed mortgages, and let's start off talking about what is a mortgage. Brian?
So a mortgage is not really much different than any other loan, except in this case the bank uses your home that you've just purchased as collateral. So in the event you don't pay your mortgage, they'll take your home from you.
And so there's different types of mortgages too. I know, Andrea, you mentioned in episode 1 that you had a background in financing. So could you explain the difference between a variable and a fixed?
So a fixed rate is the rate for the term of your mortgage, and the term is usually the contract rate for 5 years is on average, but it could be 1, 2, 3, 5, 10 years for your term. And then a variable rate is a fluctuating rate. So there's 2 kinds of variable rates. There's a ARM, which is where your payment will adjust as your rate goes up and down. And then a VRM is where your amortization will go longer.
But your
Payment stays the same.
Oh, okay. And your amortization is like how long in the long run it'll take for you to pay off your whole mortgage,
That's
right? And the term is what you have kind of locked in with the bank for that specific rate.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. And if you, just based on my experience, if you decide to go the variable route, make sure that you are a risk taker, I guess, because if you have anxiety with your payment fluctuating, or maybe you're not in a position to be able to handle big fluctuations in your payments, then that's something to consider for sure, because it's kind of like gambling. Yeah.
Do you have some anxiety right now?
I do have anxiety with the way the market's going, and I am variable, and yes, it has been rough, and that's why I'm saying that.
Yeah, and certainly I think, in the long run there's always been a saying that variable rate holders come out ahead, but in the last year and a half with what's happened with interest rates, it's been a very stressful time for people, especially those who bought towards the top of the market, and then their interest rate doubled right after that. It was kind of a bit of a double hit.
Yeah, absolutely. So as of right now, the last interest rate hike, which was on March 8th, the Bank of Canada kept it the same, which was good news for a lot of people in the real estate market too.
Yeah.
I would say it's definitely helped pick up the market a little bit.
Yeah, and I know we all, although we're not mortgage brokers, but keep our our pulses on the market and what it does. What do you see happening in the future with mortgage rates?
Well, I don't have a crystal ball, Brian, but I do feel like as long as, things stay the way they are, I maybe have one more jump, and then I think we'll probably start leveling off, in my opinion, but I'm not an expert in mortgages.
Yeah.
Even mortgage brokers can't exactly say what's going to happen. None of us know for sure. We just kind of base it off the news, base it off what, the trends, previous trends in the past, decade or so. But it's really hard to say for sure what's going to happen in the future.
Even with the last mortgage rate announcement from the Bank of Canada, most people thought it was going to stay the same, but nobody was banking their house on it or betting on it, because it can right up to the last minute.
Change.
Anything can happen.
Yeah, absolutely. So when a client is going through the process of getting an approval, with the rates that are posted, are they the same of what they actually
the posted rate is what the bank is basically advertising, but you, depending on many factors, like your job, your credit score, many factors, the house you're buying, you could get either a higher or a lower rate than what the bank is advertising. That's why it's very important to get a pre-approval to find out exactly what your rate would be. And again, note that pre-approval is still has to be done on the house. Like the house itself is a big key.
Yes, we're not just qualifying people, or the lenders aren't just qualifying people. They want to ensure the house they're lending in qualifies as well, because in the event you do default and they use your home as collateral, they want to be able to resell it.
Exactly. Thanks for listening, and that's the scoop on variable versus fixed mortgages. Join us next time on Getting Pre-Approved and Down Payments.
Bye.